Well, hi there. This is Mr. Fitch, Eastside High School at-risk coordinator, and wanted to just make a real quick list of techniques that I find useful for overcoming stress, overcoming a tough day or a set of responsibilities, and just kind of being able to move forward regardless of how life is going around me. If I'm struggling a little bit, I like to come back to these 6 techniques and as ways to overcome. And so, as ESAD high school students and staff, because I'm making this video for anyone, for any of the Lions at our school, I want to bring you back to the second letter in the Lion roar. So R is respect, O is overcome, A is aspire, and the last R is to rise. So I'm just covering overcome, right? Overcoming challenges, mental challenges, emotional challenges, academic challenges, life challenges. So I'm going to just go through these 6 and tell a little bit of a story as I do it. Hopefully it's helpful to you. So first one is don't spin it idle, right? Cars or people can just kind of work and spin but not go. And what that looks like for us as people is getting bored, allowing ourselves to be bored, not having a mindset of moving forward. Could be the assignment that was just given out, could be the assignment that's due, could be just a feeling of being overwhelmed and getting stuck in the overwhelm and not wanting to push forward. So think of that. Think of you and think of a car and think of other things that are supposed to move forward, not just sit, right? If you just sit on a problem and you don't want to attack the problem, you're just going to sit there and think about it, but not think toward a solution. And that moves me on to the second one here. Identify and solve problems. Don't put everything on your plate at one time. They used to say that multitasking was an important skill. I think experience has shown me that doing one thing at a time is far more productive and effective than trying to do 5 things at a time. Have a system and stay present. Don't try to relive yesterday, and don't try to move ahead to tomorrow. Look at what's on your plate for today and keep a to-do list. Track your assignments, track what's coming up. Prioritize the big things first before you go after the small things. Always be planning and working ahead as well. So while you're being present in today's tasks, know what's coming up in 2 days or 2 weeks, and use a calendar, right? Know your and others' routines and workflow. So know how you operate, understand how your teachers operate. Each teacher is a little bit different. Each class is a little bit different in the way that the teacher's designing it and the way that you're experiencing it. Try to predict the next steps for yourself and where do you think the teacher might be going with tomorrow's lesson, right? Just kind of understanding to be able to see through to the future a little bit is very helpful to try to anticipate, right? Next one, and you might have seen this, but imagine I had a big jar. Well, would it make sense to put all the small pebbles or water in there, or would it make sense to put the big rocks in first that take up the maximum most space, and then once those rocks are in there, then I could fill it in with smaller stones or gravel and then water? I can fit more into that jar if I do it that way. And the idea with that is go after the big things first, go after the small things later. So when you're developing a to-do list, you should think or circle or highlight the big things first. You might have an essay that needs to be 5 paragraphs long, due in 2 days in your English class, but you don't have the next quiz for math until next Wednesday. So Maybe treat that essay as your big rock and your quiz as your smaller piece of gravel. 2 more basics. Drink lots of water and get lots of rest. Your body needs to be well functioning. You're not going to function as well if you're short on your sleep, or if you're not hydrated. You're more likely to get a headache. You're more likely to get fatigued, tired, and lose patience. And then of course, do not stay on the screen. Move your eyes, get off the screen, get outside, move your body, exercise, de-stress, recenter yourself, re-energize yourself. All right, so these are just 6 techniques, tricks, habits that I think are very, very effective, regardless of whether you're a student or your staff at our school. I think these are easy to implement, and they pay back big rewards when you use them. So hopefully this was a helpful set of tips, and I want you to have a good day.